You literally might think I'm crazy right now, but I'm going to tell you something that no one is going to tell you. That vision that you have, that dream that you have, that vision that you have is actually better than the reality of the goal and the dream. So I'm sure many of you, what happens is you are in a situation right now and you're like envisioning yourself in a new house or a new city or in a new country with a nice car and a nice spouse and kids, and you're having this vision, right? And you're having this vision of, oh, I want to have XYZ in my bank account. And you feel good. You're like, oh my God, it's going to feel so freaking good. Well, let me tell you, from a 26-year-old who I feel like I've done a lot in the last couple of years, it doesn't feel the way that you think it does. Like, I've always waited for that, oh, I made it moment, and I've never gotten it. Every single goal that I've achieved, it doesn't feel like what I envisioned. It was almost like the vision was better than the actual reality of it. Because even if someone, and I don't have this right now, but maybe, Lord willing, hopefully sometime soon. I'm not a millionaire by any stretch of the imagination, but I always think like, oh, if I had like $1 million in my bank account, that life will be good. I won't be stressed anymore. Like, no, you still will be. It's just extra access, extra freedom, but you still have bad clients. You still have crazy clients. You still have issues in relationships. You still have health concerns. You still have pipes that break in your house. Like, those things don't go away. The only thing that goes away is that now you have more freedom instead of less freedom. And I was in Europe earlier this summer, and everyone's talking about like Euro summer. And like, I've watched guys like Iman Gaji and Daniel Dolan and so many other people that I still look up to, and they always take like Euro summers. And like 3 years ago, I was sitting in my beat up car before I got a new one, and I was like watching these videos, watching Iman like go to Italy and like have this Euro summer, and I was like thinking in my head, I was like, dang, I want to do that so bad. And so I'd visualize myself like on a boat in Italy, or like sitting on the beach, Paloma Beach in Saint Jean Cap Ferrat, like in the south of France, and like going to the south of France and going to the beach clubs. And I finally did it. And it was the best trip of my life. It was the best trip of my life. I proposed to my now fiance there like the first couple days in Nice, France. Like, we went to Rome, went to Amalfi Coast, Capri, Sorrento, all that stuff. But I will say this. It didn't feel the way that I envisioned it. And I actually reached those visions. Like, I always used to dream of sitting on Paloma Beach in Saint Jean Cap Ferrat in the south of France. It's it's one of the most expensive zip codes in the world, right? We didn't stay there. We just went there for a day. Let's clear the air here, right? And I got to the beach, and I was like, and in my head, I was like, oh, this beach is a vibe. It's going to be the craziest thing ever. And then I got there, and I was like, yeah, this is cool. This is cool. But where's that feeling that I had? Where's that feeling of like, oh my God, like this is what I visualized, this is what I envisioned? I never had it. I never had it at all. And I'd get to the beach, and sometimes rather than being present, I was like waiting for like, God, where's that feeling? Where's that feeling of like, that feeling that I envisioned 3 years ago? Like, I said 3 years ago when I'm sitting on this beach, like, that'll be the moment that I have like, I made it moment. And that'll be the feeling. I'll have all my ducks in a row. But no, I was still stressed about an email that I sent 3 days before, and it wasn't even a crazy email. I was still stressed about some clients that were giving us a hard time. I was still stressed about, am I going to spend too much money on this trip? Yet, my business is going better than ever. We're making more money than I've ever have before. Yet, I still stress about those small things. And 3 years ago, when I started the business, I said, when I make X amount of money, when I have this amount of clients, I won't be stressed anymore. I won't be worried. Life will be good. And life is freaking good. But the stress does not go down. And I'm telling you right now, as you continue to grow in your life, in your career, the stress levels will continue to go up. And that's what no one wants to tell you. Another time, we're in Capri off the coast of Italy on a wood boat, a nice boat too. And we're on it. It's like a group tour. There's only like 8 people on the boat though. And 8 or 10 people on the boat. And I had this vision, me on this wood boat on the coast of Italy 3 years ago. And I would visualize it every night. Oh my God, this is the moment. Like this is going to be the moment where I'm like, damn, I made it. And I sat on that boat and I was like, this literally, like the horizon was exactly what I envisioned. Exactly, almost identical. Yet, I didn't feel that what I felt in the vision. It was almost like the visions were better than the reality. Of course it was amazing. Of course I'm going to do it again. Of course I'm going to tell everyone to do it. Of course I'm going to look back and this is going to be the best trip of my life. But those visions of material success and that everything's going to be good and that you've made it and that you don't have to worry anymore, no. I'm telling you, it's not. It's false. It's a false reality. It's not true. I still feel like the same person I was 3 years ago. Obviously, like I've improved my life and my career and who I am, but like the same stuff I stressed about 3 years ago is the same stuff I stress about now, and it's probably even worse. And the reality is, even though I'm making more money, I feel more broke, even though I'm saving more. Because as you level up, as you continue to expand your life, what you realize is the game doesn't stop. The game keeps going. The people, you start to get into rooms and you're like, oh my God, I didn't even realize this existed. This level of career existed. And then you look at your circumstances and go, oh wow, I got a long road to go. And I'm not even close to being that person that I met yesterday because I got access to a room because I've advanced in my career. And sometimes along this journey, you don't wish that your circumstances would change, but you sometimes look back at when you were young, dumb, broke, and stupid, and you had this pain in your stomach because you're like, you wanted it so bad, but you didn't know how to get it. You didn't know how to achieve anything, but you wanted it so bad, and you had this pain in my stomach, and you had this pain in your stomach, and you're like, I just want it so bad. I don't know how to do it, but I just want it. I just want to figure it out. I just want it. And you would do anything. You were young, broke, stupid, and naive. And everything felt like play. You just felt like you were playing to win. Every single play was a play to win because you had nothing to lose. But now that you've made it, now that you've achieved everything that you have, guess what? There's no play anymore. You're playing not to lose. You're playing not to lose. Whereas before, you were playing to win. You're playing to win every single play. Now it's, hopefully I don't lose. I can't lose this one. My lifestyle increased. I can't lose this one. I got to make sure that we could pay our employees, or I got to make sure that we could do X, Y, Z, whatever situation you're in. I can't lose this one. And what I'm telling you right now is the guys that are the best in the game continue to play, and they play to win. And so if you're in a situation, if you're in a season like I'm in, when I'm trying to learn how to play the game to win again, rather than not playing not to lose, I feel you. I feel you. And I just realized that when you achieve things and when you accomplish your goals, like the goalpost always moves back. And so if you're not happy now, you're not going to be happy then. And I'm a very happy person, but I'm always like stressed out about the next move, the next play. What are we going to do the next play? What does that look like? What does next year look like? How am I going to provide for a family and kids and all this stuff that should be no problem, but like you think about it over and over and over again. And I'm there right now. And my life is better than it has been ever before, yet I still have those feelings. I still have those feelings of in and out of, oh, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to make it. But how do I do it? And then it's like, wait, make it? Like 3 years ago, you said that you would have made it if you were in this position now. Now you're in this position and you don't feel like you've made it? What the hell did you work for? What the heck did you work for all this time 3 years ago to get to this spot, to relax and to chill? And now you're here, you don't feel like you've made it? Yes, that's exactly how you feel. No one ever feels, oh, I've made it. Or at least, maybe I'm not at that level yet, but I certainly don't. I feel sometimes more anxious and more stressed out and more worried than ever before. And that's why I bring my faith into it. You know, I'm a follower of Christ, and I pray and I lean on to God as much as I can every single day, good, bad, or ugly, to get me through it. But yeah, that's the reality. So just be happy now, because that happiness will multiply. Actually, it doesn't multiply as you achieve material success, but that joy multiplies when you do the things that are free, when you stay present, when you talk to people, when you love others, when you give back, when you better yourself mentally and physically and spiritually. When you better yourself financially, it doesn't do anything. That's what I've recognized. It's cool, but the things that are free to better yourself in are the things that really matter. And I just want to talk to, whether you're in a season like me, whether you're a season way past me, like I feel like all my friends are way more successful than I am. I feel like I'm behind, even though I'm 26. My friends are just killers, and they're all 26, 27, sometimes 30, 35, and they're doing way better than me. So sometimes I feel behind. But if you're that kid that's in their early 20s and you're starting a business and you don't know, you're hungry and you feel that pain in your stomach, and you see these guys on YouTube achieving all this stuff, and you're like, how the heck do I do it? And if I can get there, I'll just be able to chill. I'll just be able to relax. Let me tell you this, brother. It's not like that. You accomplish those goals, and even those guys have to look themselves in the mirror and go, oh, dang. There's a guy, XYZ, that's doing way more than me. And that game doesn't stop. And so you have to just be happy where you're at, enjoy where you're at, because that game is much more fun than the game of chasing the goalpost that never, ever, ever moves. So with that said, enjoy your week. Just know that the vision is usually feels a lot better than the reality of things, right? Because what they say more money, more problems. And I think that we should all strive to be financially free. But I will tell you this, it is not all what it's cracked up to be. Don't expect it to make you happy. Don't expect it to make you less stressed. Expect it to give you some freedom. And that's it. But don't expect it to change your life overnight. Trust me. Cheers, everybody.